Hey guys, welcome back to Dan the Gambling Man. I had some friends and family members come up to me and ask, hey, how do you play craps? So this video is for you guys. So the first thing you do is when you go to the casino, if it's your first time or a casino you plan on playing at a lot, first thing you want to do is go to the player service desk and ask for a player's card. Reason for that is some places they'll give you like a sign-up bonus. They'll give you free play, which is free money to bet. And as you play, you show your player's card and you'll accumulate what they call comp points. And you can use, the comp points for, food, free bet, whatever. So, you get your player's card, you got your money, get your spot at the table. The first thing you want to look for is where is the puck? This here is the puck. It's got an off and an on. So if it's off and off to the side like this, it's safe to buy in. You can throw in your card and your money and buy in. But if it's in the on position and it's on a number, you don't want to buy in at that point because that means there's a shooter in progress. If you buy in now, you're going to slow the game down. You're going to shoot and get the shooter off his momentum, and everybody's going to be mad at you. So you don't want to do that. So wait till the puck's off, and then you can buy in. Now, the different bets I want to talk about, we got the pass and the don't pass. Now, the pass line, this is what's known as the light side. So what you do is you put your money on the pass line, and when the puck is off on the come out roll, if a 7 or 11 rolls, you will win. If a 2, 3, or 12 rolls, those are known as crap numbers, you'll lose. And what will happen is the shooter will roll the dice, get a point. Okay, so you rolled a 10, so that means that's the point. So the puck will move to the 10 and turn on. So in order to win this bet, you have to roll a 10 before the 7. Oh, and that's one thing I forgot to mention also. When you're at the table, you never say 7. Because gamblers are superstitious. If you say 7 and the next roll is a 7, everybody's going to blame you. So they think the dice have ears. So you don't say 7. And also, with my experience, I'll be playing a strategy. It's going really well. I'll need one more roll just to reach my profit goal. And I'll say, I just need one more roll. And that's when your strategy will go south and you'll lose all your money. So you don't want to say 7, and you don't want to say just need one more roll. If you want to reference a 7 in conversation, you call it the big red. Okay. So now we talked about the pass line. The don't pass is the opposite of the pass line. When the puck is off, it will lose on a 7-11. It'll win on a 2-3, and on a 12, it'll push. And basically, what the don't pass is, that's 7-4. So it'll move to the 4. Now, in order to win the don't pass bet, you need to roll the 7 before the 4. If the 4 is rolled before, you'll lose. And also there's other bets, they call it the place bet. So, you can put your money out here. And what a place bet is also betting that this number will roll before the 7. That number rolls, like let's say we get the 5, that'll pay you $7. But if a 7 rolls, you lose all these bets. And then there's also the come and don't come. So you can only make these bets after a point has been established. So let's say the point's on the 9, you make a come bet. Okay, we do a roll. That's a 4. The come bet will move to the 4. And in order to win that, you'll need to roll a 4 before the 7. And it's the exact same as a pass line after the point's been established. While it's in the box, you'll win on 7-11, lose on 2-3-12. Don't come is the same as the don't pass. While it's in the box, it'll lose on a 7-11. It'll win on a 2-3, push on a 12. And let's say that moves to a number, it'll go behind. And in order to win this bet, you need to roll a 7 before that number. And also, I wanted to say, like on the pass line, since the 7 is the most common number rolled, you're at the advantage at this point. When there's no point, you're at the advantage because 7 is the most common number rolled. After a point's been established, you're now at the disadvantage. So this will be called a contract bet, which means you can't remove it. And the same as the come bets. You know, once it moves to a number, you can't remove that because now you're at the disadvantage. And another thing I want to talk about is like betting. Like say you got the 6-8. And there's a couple of ways you can do this. Let's say you're going on a long roll, you know, it's going good. You want to put some more money out there to make more. Well, you can do what's called a collect and press, where let's say the number hits, you get $7. You collect that. Say it rolls again. You can do what's called a press, where you'll take your winnings, press it up. So that number hits again, you'll win more. Or when I play at a $10 table, I like to do what's called a single unit press. So let's say the 8 hits, that'll win $14. And I'll do what's called a single unit press, where you take $6, add $6 to your bet, and you'll bank the rest. Okay, I think I covered everything. Oh, also, there's something called a lay bet. And what a lay bet is, put it behind here, it will win on a 7, but it'll lose if that number is rolled. And I don't know if you can see the numbers from here, but it pays the true odds. So a 10 is rolled 3 ways. The 7 is rolled 6 ways. So you're 2 to 1 more likely to roll a 7. So you got to bet more to win less, if that makes sense. So if you bet 10, it'll pay 5. And one more thing I want to talk about is dice setting. Well, first off, so these each, pay different amounts, based on the odds. I don't know if you can see the numbers, but this will pay 9 to 5. So for every 5 you have bet, you'll pay $9. The 9 and 5 will pay $7. And here it pays 7 to 6. So the 6 and 8, you always want to bet in units of 6. So you'll get, the proper payout for those. Now I want to talk about dice setting. And people argue, is it a thing? Some people say yes, some people say no. But I like to pretend, so. there's 3 different dice sets I'm going to talk about. This right here is called the hard way set. If you want to bet, the hard ways. You can't see it on this map. It's over here, but yeah. So every it's called the 5, 4. When people talk about dice, the number, 5 on top, 4 is facing you. 5, 4, 5, 4. So yeah, see, you got the hard 10, hard 8, hard 4, hard 6. And so if you like to, play all the numbers across, this is a good set because it helps reduce the chance of rolling a 7. Because if you roll and they land in perfect access, you're not going to roll a 7. The only way you're going to roll a 7 is if one dice moves twice. And the other combination of the 7 is the 6, 1. Well, 1 is on the outside, 6 is on the inside. Same with here, 6 and 1. So that's a good one if you're doing an across strategy, betting all these numbers, and you want to help avoid the 7. That's a good set. And so that leads me to the all 7 set. Now, I use this set on the come out because on the pass line, you win on the 7. So basically, to set up the all 7 set, you just move the dice 2 spots. So we got the 5, 2, 7, the 4, 3, 7, the 2, 5, 7, and the 3, 4, 7. Now, when I play, I like to play the inside bets because they're more commonly rolled. The 4 and 10 don't roll that often. So for that, I like to use what's called the 3V set. And what that does is it has all the combinations of 6 and 8. So there's a 3, 3, 6, 5, 1, 6, 4, 4, 8, 2, 6, 8. The other thing I want to talk about is bankroll management. Now, the rule of thumb is you want to have enough bankroll to last 10 shooters. So what that means is think about what you're going to have at risk each roll. Like, let's say you're doing a 6-8 strategy. Okay, so you got the pass line, 6 and 8. Okay, so you have $17 at risk. So you want to be able to last 10 shooters, so that's a $170 bankroll. And another thing is you want to have reasonable profit goals. So the rule of thumb is you want 20%. So if you bring $100 to gamble with, if you make $20, you can be happy with that and walk away. You can go take a break, come back, try it again later. It's up to you. So I don't know what else to say. I hope you guys found this useful. And tell me in the comments, if I missed anything or whatever. So until next time, keep them dice rolling and that profit flowing.